Hi guys, this video is to show you some of the updates that Google is making to Google Calendar around the end of 2017. So this is probably what you're used to Calendar looking like. You may notice that there's a button here that says Use New Calendar in the upper right corner. If you haven't seen the updated version, you can click on that and get your calendar updated. Just know that everyone will be getting the updates that I'm going to show you sometime soon, whether you click this new button or not, because that's just the way Google does things. Here I've switched over to a generic account where I've already clicked the Use New Calendar button. You'll notice that the updates are mostly cosmetic. The look and feel of the calendar page has changed, but the functionality remains pretty much the same. Instead of seeing buttons for day view, week view, month view, and so on, you just have one drop-down menu up here, and you have different ways of viewing your calendar. You'll also notice these letters here. Those are keyboard shortcuts. So if I just press the letter Y, it will quickly switch to a year view. I could press M to see the month view, W to see the week view, and so on. One pretty big difference is that there is no more Create button over here on the left. Instead, to create an event, you'll just have to click on the calendar where you want it to go. Now I double-clicked and it went right into the event details screen, which you'll see looks a little bit different as well. You can also just drag your mouse and make it a longer event if you need to. You can add details of your event right here. You can change the time, you can set when it should remind you, and save it right from there. Or you can click More Options and go into that event details screen where you have even more things to choose from here. But they are basically the same things that we had before. Another thing that has changed is that down here in the event details area where you can write notes is that you now have the ability to format those notes. You didn't have that ability before. So you could put something in bold, if that's important to you. You can also put a link to something. I'm just going to highlight it, press link. You might want to use this for attaching a website that you want people to review before your meeting and so on. You can also attach many things. You can upload something from your computer, or you can look for something in Google Drive. So if there's an agenda for the meeting that you already have, you can just attach it right here to the calendar event so that when people get invited to the event, they see the agenda right away. And of course you want to save, and now your calendar event is there. And here is my favorite new feature. For an event that's already on your calendar, clicking once on it will get you many of the details that you might want to see without having to leave your calendar screen. So again, I just clicked one time on this event and I see the time, the name of it, those notes that we typed in there, and I can even delete the event, or I can click the pencil and go in to edit those event details. The last thing I want to show you is that when you're in day view, like this, and you want to view more than one calendar, they line up side by side more easily, whereas before they were kind of all jumbled together. So I'm just going to go over here and I'm going to add calendar at roycemoreschool.org. That is the internal master calendar. And now I can see that in my list of calendars over there. And my calendar is right here on the left. 6th grade is just the generic account I'm using. And on the right here is the internal master calendar. If I add another calendar, like I'll go ahead and add my own, then they all line up nicely. This is really useful if you're trying to find a meeting time for a group of people and you need to see when they are available. So I hope you've learned some new things about Google Calendar and the updates it's been receiving lately or will receive soon for you. Be sure to watch the next video where I'm going to explain how to reserve a room with Google Calendar.